Good morning, class. My name is Amit Yadav. I am from Computer Science branch. I completed my BTech in 2022. Now I am going to introduce about the quadratic equation. Yeah, please see what is this quadratic equation. Quadratic equation simply means a equation having a power of 2. Like suppose I write one equation 2x square plus 4x plus 6 equal to 0. Here x is having a power as a 2. This is known as quadratic equation. Second example is that suppose there is another example 2x square minus 50 equal to 0. When we see this variable x square x, then this variable is a power of 2, means this is also a quadratic equation. Like that, when any variable is having a power of 2, that is called quadratic equation. Now see common representation of quadratic equation. This is the standard form of representing quadratic equation is that we write ax square bx plus c equal to 0. Simply see the variable having power of 2 is having a constant term, that is a, and variable having power of 1 is having constant term b, and this is already constant which is represented by c. See actually what is this? When we represent that quadratic equation in form of ax square bx plus c, this simply means that our first value or first constant term a must not be equal to 0, and all constant a, b and c are real number. Why this is so? Suppose if I write any number as suppose I write 2x square plus 4x plus 6 is equal to 0. Here my constant term 2 having variable having power of 2 is having a constant term 2. It is not equal to 0. Means this is following our quadratic equation rule. This is correct. Again this is also correct. This is also correct. Means this is what our quadratic equation. If suppose this is having a quadratic we represent another quadratic equation 0x square plus 2x plus 3 equal to 0. Here x square is having constant as a 0, means when you multiplied x square with 0, its all term will become 0, plus 2x plus 3 equal to 0. Simply this means that this is not a quadratic equation, this become now linear equation. So it didn't follow quadratic equation rule. And when we dive more deep in quadratic equation, then we find one more term, that is what discriminant. What is this discriminant? When we represent a quadratic equation in standard form ax square bx plus c equal to 0, then we are going to form a discriminant. Discriminant is represented by b square minus 4ac equal to 0. What is this b? B is what this number, this constant number, and a is the having variable having x square constant term, that is a, and c is our last constant term. This is what b square minus 4ac, this is represented as what discriminant. Okay, why we need discriminant and what is the importance of discriminant? By using this discriminant, we can determine the nature of the root of our quadratic equation. Nature of roots means by using this discriminant, we define what is the nature of roots of this quadratic equation. Let's dive deep into this. What is nature and what is this means? See, the nature of the root simply means that there is a three condition in describing the nature of the root. First one is what? B square minus 4ac is equal to 0. Means whenever we find the value of b square minus 4ac, if is it become equal to 0, this simply means that the roots are equal. Roots are equal. Roots are equal and the numbers are real. Simply we call it roots are real and equal. Roots are real and equal. And second one is what? B square minus 4ac. If it is greater than 0, then roots are real, but it is not equal. We call it roots are real and unequal. And when b square minus 4ac is less than 0, means the roots are not real and it is imaginary. As you know about representation of our representation of our number line, that number line should start from 0, and the number which is greater than 0, that is known as what? Positive number, and the number which is less than 0 is known as negative number. This simply means that the number which is greater than 0, that all number are real, and the number which is less than 0, that all number is not a real, but we count in our counting term. That is actually our imaginary. We can consider this number as an imaginary number which is less than 0. Actually we didn't consider this in counting. Let's see by example. Suppose I give a right example as a 5x square minus 6x plus 7 equal to 0. Then we are going to find the discriminant of this quadratic equation. Then what is the formula for discriminant? B square minus 4ac equal to 0. Put the value. This is the b, this is a, this is b, and this is c. B square means minus 6 square, 4 into a, 5 into 7, 0. 36, 4 5 is 20 into 1 7, 20 into 70, 140 equal to 0. When you find the final number, then that number will become in negative minus term, means that is what 104. That 104 is what? Negative. Means this is matching with this number, imaginary number. This means that value of this discriminant is less than 0. Value of this discriminant is less than 0 simply means the nature of this root is what? Imaginary. Like that we can find the nature of any root, nature of any quadratic equation. Now to solve the quadratic equation, there is three methods to solve the quadratic equation. To solve quadratic equation, there is three methods. First one is what? Solving quadratic equation by factorization. Second one is by using the formula. And third one is what? We reduce the form of equation into quadratic equation, that is known as reduction way. By using reduction, we can also form the quadratic equation, and after forming quadratic equation we can solve it. Let's deep dive into detail of these three. What is mean of these three? How we can solve that one? First one is solving by using quadratic equation. Then first one is, suppose I take one example, 2x square minus 7x is equal to 39. First of all, we bring all the number into left hand side. Suppose we bring 2x square minus 7x, 39 should be bring into the left hand side. It will become minus 39. When plus will come into the left hand side, then it will become minus. Now to solve this quadratic equation, we must follow one procedure. We must break this middle term in such a way that multiplication of these two term will give us the multiplication of 2 and 39, and the subtraction of that two term will give us minus 7. What simply that means? See, if I write this number like this, simply means what? When we subtract 13x, 13 when we calculate, when we solve this two term 13x plus 6x, then we got the same term minus 7x, means this number is divided into two parts, two term. If we subtract these two number, then we got this number as the same, and when we multiply these two number 13 into 6, then we got the multiplication that is equal to 2 and 39. This is the way to break our middle term. After that we take the common term. Here we take the common term x, then what we got? 2x 13. Here again we take the common term, what? 3. What we call? 2x. Here again the both take the common term, 2x minus 13. Then what we got? X plus 3 equal to 0. Now make both the term as equal to 0 one by one. 2x minus 13 equal to 0. Then what's the value of x? 13 by 2. When we make it equal to 0, x plus 3 equal to 0, then what is the value of x? Value of x is minus 3. Then we got the two value of x. This is our answer. This is one way of solving quadratic equation. Now second way is that by using formula. What is the formula for that quadratic equation? Suppose our quadratic equation is this: ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Then formula for finding the value of x is that minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac, root of the b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is the formula for finding quadratic equation value of x. Let's see by example. Suppose I take one example: 5x square minus 2x minus 3 equal to 0. Suppose this is our quadratic equation. First of all, check this is the quadratic equation or not. Yes, this is the quadratic equation. This follow all the rule of quadratic equation. Then put all the value in the formula. Value of x, what? Minus b. Minus b here means what? Minus 2. And again take value of minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac, value of 2. 2 minus 2 square minus 4 into a, value of a is what? 5. And value of c is what? Minus 3. Get this one. After that divide by 2 into a, value of a is what? 5. Then solve this equation. What we got? We got it 2 plus minus 4 minus 4 5 20 into 60, and minus minus become plus. Multiplication of minus into minus will give us the plus sign. After that we divide it by 10. Then what is the value? 2 plus minus, it will become 64 by 10. The root of 64 is what? 8. 2 plus minus 8 become 10. Now first take as one as a plus and another one as a minus. Then 2 plus 8 by 10, that is what? 10 by 10. We got the value as 1. Another one is what? 2 minus 8 by 10. What we got? Minus 6 by 10. Then these are the two value which we got by solving by using the formula. Let's see the third one. Third one is what? Reducible form means reduction. How we can solve? Suppose I take one example: 2x square 2x power 4 5x square plus 3 equal to 0. This is the quadratic equation. As we know the rule of quadratic equation, the maximum power of the variable is equal to 2. The maximum power of variable is equal to 2. Then but here the power is 4. Then how we can change this one into quadratic equation? Then take x square as another variable. Suppose I take x square as a y, then it will be reducible in this form: 2 x square 5x square 5x square plus 3 equal to 0. Now we should replace x square by y. Then replace this x square by y to y square 5y plus 3 equal to 0. Now check this term is following our quadratic equation rule or not. Yes, this is not equal to 0, and this is the variable of power of this variable is to means this follow our quadratic equation. Now how to solve this quadratic equation? To solve this quadratic equation, either you follow the formula or you follow the that quadratic factorization method. By that way you can also solve this quadratic equation. Thanks. These all are the way to solve the quadratic equation. Have a nice day.